Pava, and this is Pavasana Yoga. Welcome to my home. I invite you today to come and practice with me with a yummy vinyasa flow. Please make sure that you have a mat that's grippy enough, or at least something comfortable underneath you to support your joints, especially your knees, your wrists. If you have a yoga block, or maybe use some books or a cushion to help you feel supported. You will probably hear or see my cat or my dog, Jag or Tammy, and they're going to definitely make an appearance at some point today or in the near future, and so with these videos. With all that being said, let's come to a comfortable seated position anywhere on your mat. Go ahead and sit cross-legged if that feels okay for you, or you can extend your legs if that feels best. Make sure that you have a strong, straight, long spine, so that with every breath you're able to create more space, elongating towards the top, and with every exhale you're able to relax yourself down towards the ground. Breathing into the lungs, opening through the chest cavity and expanding, and slowly exhaling, releasing any tension, creating space for that next breath to come. I invite you to close your eyes if that feels comfortable for you. If not, find a spot to focus on, something to look at, so that your attention can stay with your breath and not be taken away by anything else. As you begin to breathe in through the nose, reaching that breath all the way down through your throat, filling your lungs, your chest, opening through the ribcage. As you begin to exhale out, slowly release, even slower than that breath in. Inhale through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale out through the mouth for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, deep breath in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slow exhale out for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Continue your breath in. And this time, as you exhale, press your lips close together, exhaling through the nose, constricting the back of the throat slightly, creating a loud ocean-like sound. Continue practicing this breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Deep breath in for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale for as long as it feels good for you. Slowly letting go without any count or restraints. As you continue with this breath, I recommend that you keep this Ujjayi yogi breath through the rest of your practice. This breath is meant to create heat within the body, and it's purposefully loud so that you can focus on your practice and cancel out any other noises around you. This is a very calming breath. I highly recommend it whenever you need to take a break, catch yourself, maybe take a step back from feelings that are upsetting, or help you clear your thoughts. Taking another breath together, inhale. Slow exhale. Bring Bringing your hands close together to heart center as you bow your head down and thank yourself for showing up on your mat today. Begin to blink open the eyes as you stretch the arms up towards the ceiling. Deep breath. Open through the chest, bring the belly in, shoulder heads back and down. Exhale, twist over to the right side, right hand back behind you, propping you up straight and tall, left hand on the outside of the right knee. As you inhale, lengthen through the spine. As you exhale, twist further to the right, facing the heart's direction or past that right shoulder. Keep breathing in through the chest and softening as you exhale. Hold on to that left knee as you inhale up through the right fingertips. Exhale, lean over to your left side. Taking your gaze forward or spiraling your chest open for a deeper stretch. Getting that breath into that right lung, expanding through the right rib cage as you're stretching that side body. And then slow exhale, bring the right hand down to the outside of the hip. You can stay on the hand, fingertips are coming down to the forearm as long as that left hand is grounded and the left hip is grounded. Reaching long and over through the left fingertips. Again, keep reaching the belly button in. And as you inhale, spiral the chest up towards the sky. Pushing down through the right hand and stretching up and over through the left. Exhale. Inhale, reach it up all the way. Interlace fingers, palms to face up towards the sky. Taking a side body stretch one way and then the other. Pulling through one hand as the opposite hip stretches down. Inhale as you stretch the forearms away, wrists reaching up. Exhale over to your left side. Right hand on the outside of the left knee, left hand reaching back behind you. Use that right hand to pull yourself for a deeper stretch, using that left hand to help you sit up nice and tall. Keep breathing in through the chest. Exhaling as you twist into that stretch, that spinal twist a little deeper. As you inhale, holding on to the left knee, reaching up and over through the left fingertips. Keep pulling through the right hand as you keep extending through the left fingertips, keeping both hips grounded. If you feel one side propping up, maybe come up and out of it just a little bit less so that you can truly benefit from the stretch. Inhale, stretch the left fingertips up towards the sky and then down just outside of the hip, coming up to the fingertips, hand or forearm. Inhale up through the right arm, up and over. Keep pushing through that left hand, extending through the right. Heart faces forward or spirals all the way up. Belly reaching in, sit bones grounded. Breathe into that right lung, opening through that right rib cage. Inhale all the way up to rise. Bringing both hands again, fingers interlaced, stretching the palms up, and then exhale, reach them forward in front of you. You're welcome to stay on the fingertips here as you guide your chest forward, rolling the shoulder heads back. You're also welcome to come down onto the hands or forearms, completely laying yourself flat onto your mat. Please be mindful that as you start hovering through the chest and creating that curve, the stretch has really stopped doing its magic, and you want to be able to keep a strong, straight spine, flat chest reaching down towards the ground, hinging from the hips. Keeping your gaze slightly forward for 5. Breath is strong. 4. Find ease in the stretch. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, walk it back up to center. Exhale here. Bring your hands back behind you, interlacing fingers with yourself. Bringing the knuckles towards the ground or the mat. Roll the shoulder heads back and apart. Squeezing back through the shoulder heads, bring the chest forward. Inhale up through the crown of the head, and slowly exhale, bring the chin down. Keep working the belly button in, lifting up through the chest. Deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Inhale, releasing the hands and give your palms a really good shake. Rolling over the hands, knees, and toes, and coming to tabletop pose. Aligning your wrists just underneath your shoulders and stacking your knees underneath your hips. A couple options for your toes. You can keep your toes flat back behind you or curl them if that feels better on the kneecaps. Please be mindful that if you feel any tension on your knees, you can always double up your mat, place a towel or anything cushiony underneath them for support. If you've been texting or on the computer or just writing a lot today, try turning your fingers to face outward, getting into a different stretch on the wrist. And if it's available to you, maybe dialing those fingers back towards the knees. You can do this one hand at a time if it's too big of a stretch so that you can start easing into it. Make sure that whichever version you take, you have your fingers spread out nice and wide and you're gripping through the fingertips. As you inhale, keep the belly working in, stretching the chest forward in between the shoulders and lifting up through the crown of the head. Pull the way through the tailbone. As you exhale, drop the head down, lift up even higher through the belly button, pushing the spine closer towards the ceiling. Inhale, strong breath, rolling yourself forward. Slowly exhale, take it away and back. Inhale, pulling through the hands, reaching yourself forward, stretching the spine in one direction away from the other. And exhale, push through the hands and knees and the feet. Lift up the spine even higher. One last time, inhale, forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, coming back through a neutral spine, releasing the hands if the fingers are dialed back. Bring the knees just outside, reaching towards the ends of the mat, pushing the hips back, toes touch back behind you. Walk your fingertips forward so that if you're comfortable, let your head rest down onto a block, a blanket, or on your mat. Please know that child's pose is available to you at any point during your practice. This pose is what we recommend for you to catch your breath. If you need to take a break, in case you become dizzy, or in the middle of the grocery store if things get crazy, you can always take a child's pose too. Always available to you. Deep breath and stretch your fingers away from the body. Exhale here. Inhale, rolling back up onto the hands, knees and feet. Start curling your toes as you push up through the hips, reaching the heels down closer towards the ground, downward facing dog. Now if your heels don't touch the ground, you can start by bending the knees, maybe walking the feet just a little bit outside, wider than the hips. Start walking out your feet, bending one knee and stretching the opposite heel close to the ground. Walking your down dog, adding a little movement into the stretch. Fingers spread out nice and wide, fingertips gripping into your mat. Hands about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider if your shoulders are tight. Head hanging heavy, give it a good shake, releasing any tension in the neck. Taking your gaze in between your knees or a little bit higher up in the thighs. With your next inhale, walking your feet closer to hips width as you reach the heels up towards the sky, and with your hands press your face, getting closer towards your shins. As you exhale, bend through the knees, lower down, hover just a few inches off the ground, belly in tight. Inhale, reach it up, hips reach up high, heels stay lifted, face comes closer. Exhale, rolling yourself forward into that tabletop just off the ground. Last time, inhale, belly reaching in and up, hips up high. Slow exhale, hover off the ground for 5. Hold this pose, but don't hold your breath. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, downward facing dog. Exhale, walking your feet forward in between both hands. Keeping your feet about hip width apart. Grabbing onto opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy and shake yourself out. Swaying side to side as you bend the opposite knee. Head is hanging loose so that all of your tension in your back, in your spine, your muscles slowly rolls down off from you and onto your mat. As you inhale, place your hands onto your shins, halfway lift. Belly comes in, tailbone reaches straight and back. Exhale, forward fold. This time, going for a deep stretch if it's available to you, holding the backs of the legs, bringing the chin into the chest. Deeper forward fold. With your next inhale, slowly unwind yourself, pushing through both feet evenly. Belly reaching in, tailbone tucking down. Arms reaching up and overhead, taking your gaze in between your fingertips. Exhale, hands down, heart center. Stepping your feet to touch at the top of your mat. Toes touch, heels touch, arms coming apart, away from each other. Open through the heart, roll the shoulder heads back. Allow your eyes to close here as you set an intention for your practice. That intention can be anything for you today that you're working on or that you're hoping to achieve. And then setting something out for someone else. And lastly, an intention for the world, for the collective universe that brings us all together. Hands close together at heart center. Inhale, stretch the arms all the way up. As you place the hands, pushing them in close together, or maybe keeping them shoulder width apart, taking your gaze in between the hands. Reach the shoulder heads down, back behind you, with a lot of power in those fingertips stretching up. Belly button in, tailbone coming down. Slowly exhale, forward fold. Hinge from the hips, lower yourself down all the way to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. Your hands can remain on the ground or come back up to the shins if that's better. Exhale, walk it back, plank pose. You're welcome to stay in this plank pose traditionally, or maybe even bring the knees down, but keep working the belly in, tailbone, scooting down. For 5, whichever option you choose, keep your breath strong. 3, hands underneath the shoulders, belly reaching in and tight. 2, heels pushing back behind you, and slow exhale. 1, come forward on the toes, elbows bend into the body. Release the toes back behind you, roll the shoulder heads back. Inhale, just a little lift here, push into the hands. Exhale, lower yourself down, coming through the tabletop, and then downward facing dog for 5 strong breaths. Remember to keep those fingers open nice and wide, creating a number 11 with your index fingers. Toes slightly in, heels slightly out. Keeping a micro bend in the knees. Belly reaching and hips squeezing up towards the sky, chest coming closer in between. 1 more deep breath. Slow exhale. Inhale, looking forward in between both hands, and start traveling your feet up to the top of your mat. Toes touch, heels touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to rise. Again, reaching that energy inward, shoulders reaching down. Exhale, hands down, heart center, Samastitihi. 2 more, just like that on the breath. Inhale, arms reaching up towards the sky. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step it back, left leg, right leg, and slowly lower down. Elbows into the body. Inhale as you stretch up, maybe come up a little bit higher. Exhale, roll over the toes. Downward facing dog for 5. Releasing your neck. 4. Pushing your shoulders away from your body. 3. Belly in tight. 2. 1. Deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Inhale, looking forward in between both hands. Start walking your feet to the top. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, pushing through both feet evenly. Stretch yourself up through the hands. Exhale, Samastitihi. 1 more, a little quicker. Let's create some heat. Inhale as you rise. Exhale as you lower. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk it back or jump it back. Plank pose. Slowly lower down halfway or all the way up. Inhale, maybe the knees stay off the ground. Exhale, downward facing dog. For 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Inhale, looking forward in between both hands. Hop, walk, step, or take a little jump to the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale all the way up to rise. Exhale, hands down, heart center. So if you feel like I'm feeling right now, we're definitely creating some heat. Let's pick it up. Coming into chair pose. Reaching your hips far back, maybe even coming into a little squat here. As you reach up through the breath, keep the knees touching toes, touching heels touch. Knees slightly back behind the toes, arms aligned with the shoulders, or maybe pressing in close together, reaching up towards the sky. Tucking the tailbone in, belly in, reaching even more. Coming through that chair pose for 5. Bring the rib cage in for 3. Pressing the hands together, shoulders down, 2. Deep breath in. And slow exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, jump it back or walk it back, lower down. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. Keeping the left foot in the middle of the mat. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. Slow exhale, bring the right foot forward, step the left heel down, coming into warrior 1. Your arms are going to reach towards the sky, fingertips powered upward, bending through the right knee. Pushing the left hip forward, right hip back. Your left heel is grounded. If you feel like that left heel can't reach the ground, you can go ahead and close your stance a little bit closer, coming more to that squared position and getting grounded through that left heel. Shoulder heads pushing back and down, fingers engaged. Belly reaching in, tailbone scooting down, 1 more breath. Exhale, wimble the hands down, step it back, plank pose, lower down. Inhale, big breath up. Exhale, slowly push it back. Inhale, left leg rises up. Exhale it forward, in between both hands. Coming to warrior 1, Virabhadrasana 1 on the other side. You have the option of praying your hands close together. Keep reaching the shoulder heads down. Make sure that you bring the rib cage in, belly reaching in, tailbone scooting down. This time your right hip is going to come forward, left hip back, Bending deep into that left knee. 2 more breaths. Last inhale. Slow exhale. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, step it back, vinyasa. Lower down. Inhale with the stretch up. Exhale, downward facing dog for 5 strong breaths. You can play with your down dog here, adding a little bit of movement. Maybe swaying your hips side to side. Maybe keeping your knees facing forward as you bend one knee inward, keeping the opposite heel down. Playing with any stretch here that feels good. 1 deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Inhale, looking forward, hop, walk, step, or jump to the top. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, coming back through to Utkatasana, chair pose for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, Samasthiti. Second one, on your breath, a little quicker. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway rise. Exhale, jump it back, step it back, lower down. Inhale as you lift. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, right leg forward, stretch it up towards the sky. Exhale, coming back down to the ground. Inhale, shoulder heads back. Exhale, down dog. Inhale, left leg forward, warrior 1. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, shoulder heads back, crown of the head reaching up. Exhale, down dog. You're welcome to stay in your down dog or take a child's pose if you'd like, if you need. 5. Down dog is a great pose too. So you can challenge yourself but still have time to catch your breath. This is also a good meeting point. If you're in a class or practicing alongside with me, down dog is always a pose. You can be in for 5 breaths, whether we're going quicker or slower than your pace. Deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Inhale, looking forward in between both hands. Hop, walk, step, or hop to the top. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, Samasthiti. Oh, I'm definitely really warmed up and sweaty. Inhale, coming back to chair pose. And as you exhale, keep your hands close together, heart center, looking over to the right side. Left knee just outside of that right knee, twisting over to the right. Now, you're going to start spiraling your chest so that your thumbprints are coming in the middle of the chest. Maybe reaching the left hand down, right arm up. Maybe just staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, back through chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Walk your feet hip width apart. Bend your knees as much as you need to rest your chest onto your thighs. Using your peace fingers, hold onto your big toes. Pulling through your big toes and stretching the backs of your legs, forward fold. Elbows back behind you, releasing through the neck, coming with the weight forward into the toes. Feels like you're gonna fall forward, but you won't because your toes are gonna break your flight. Belly reaching in. Trust yourself, one more big stretch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on either side of the hips. Bring it up all the way on the breath. Step your feet back to touch. Exhale here. Inhale, back through that chair. Exhale, opposite side. Coming over to the left. Keeping the knees pressing in, toes and heels touch, energy into the midline. Spiral your chest over to the left or maybe up towards the sky, opening through the arms if that feels okay. Keep your gaze forward or up to the left fingertips. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, coming back through chair. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, walk your feet apart. Exhale, going for a deeper stretch. Palms facing up or facing down. Whichever you choose, you're gonna walk your hands back to meet your heel and your toes to come as close as possible towards your wrist. Pulling down through the hands, pushing up through the hip, folding forward. Again, more weight forward. This one feels a little tricky. Keep your belly reaching in and up to help you feel more stable. Deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, place your hands on either side of the hips. Inhale, all the way up to rise. Step your feet to meet up at the top. Inhale, arms reaching up all the way. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, take it back down, vinyasa. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. Point the toes high and up and come high on the ball mount of that left foot. Try turning the right toes inward, turning that left inner thigh inward as well. And then on the exhale, lightly step back that heel on the left leg and then forward through the right foot, setting the left knee down towards the ground. This is where you have that option again for your left kneecap. You can stay on the left toes or relax them back. You can also double up your mat or cushion it for any support under the left knee. Keep framing through the right foot, allowing the hip to extend forward. If this is too big of a stretch, you can always walk the right foot back so that you're more at a 90-degree angle. Still a big stretch here. Wherever you feel the most comfortable, allow yourself to breathe into that pose. Keeping the right hip as it reaches back and the left hip forward, allowing your hips to stay square. Now if you've been in the stretch, been in here for a few breaths, and you want to take it a little further, you can come up onto the right knee, giving yourself more space to lower into that left hip. If you feel super bendy and you want to add a back bend, stretch your arms up, hooking your big thumbs, and then take it back. Keeping the rib cage working in, belly reaching in as the tailbone comes working down, and coming for that full stretch. Slow exhale, lower back down to the ground. Bring both hands into the inside of the right foot, walking that right foot out to the side of your mat. Taking a couple circles in one direction, and then going for that opposite direction. Finding a center point here. You're welcome to stay here if this feels good to you, or you can come down to the forearms. If you haven't tried this yet, you can start with just bringing the right forearm down and staying on the left fingertips. If that feels fine and you have more space, maybe come down to both forearms. Just make sure that wherever your right toes are facing, your right knee is facing the same direction. Hi, Tammy. Oh, you guys can't see this because you see her wagging tail, but I'm getting the best kisses right now. On your next inhale, come back up into the hands. Taking the left fingertips just outside of the mat as they look out. And then with the right arm, reaching it onto the right knee, pushing the hip and the knee away. If you stay flat on the foot, just please be mindful of that knee feeling okay. You can come to the knife edge of the right foot as you spiral the left hip coming down, stretching away through the right arm, reaching up even higher with the chest to the sky. Slow exhale, release it down. Both hands to the inside. Lifting up through that left knee. Left fingertips facing out. Inhale up through the right arm. Again, stretching the right chest up towards the sky as it twists up. Lowering down through that left hip, empowering through that left leg. Slow exhale, release back down. Both hands flat. Shoot the right leg back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, the left foot rises up, pointing the toes high and up. And coming to the ball of that right foot, lifting up through the right heel. Belly reaching in, reaching high and up through the left leg. Slow exhale, bring the heel down, stepping the left foot forward, reach down through the right knee. A couple circles in one direction with that left hip. And then the opposite way. Coming back to center. Squaring yourself at the top of your mat. Again, you can play with the stretch here, going deeper or lessening away from it. Hands on the knees or maybe up towards the ceiling, hooking opposite thumbs as you stretch it back. Rib cage working its way in, breath being strong. And exhale, lower the hands down, coming into the inside of the left foot. Getting used to this pose here as the left side may be connected to the right, but somehow your body just does not feel so connected. And if you want to take a deeper stretch here, again, you can come down to the left forearm and stay high on the right fingertips, or maybe come down to both forearms. Keeping that left knee facing the same direction of the toes on the left foot. Making sure that your right knee feels okay on the mat, and that your shoulders are relaxed away from your ears. On your inhale, coming back up onto the hands, turning the right fingertips out, and with the left hand pushing away the left knee. You can stay here, spiraling the chest up towards the sky, or allowing that right hip to come even lower down. Inhale, come back through center, both hands flat on the ground, lifting up and off the right knee. Again, right fingertips out. This time, that left arm is going to come up towards the sky, adding a bigger twist for 5. Keep bending through that left knee. 4, belly reaching in. 3, 2, and 1. Slow exhale, both hands down, step it back. Plank pose. Lower down. Inhale, rocks. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale up through the right leg, bending through the right knee and opening the hip out to the left side. Keep the right foot flexed, squaring your shoulders to the top of the mat, opening up through the hip. Slow exhale, right foot steps forward, left knee comes back down. Pushing your hips back as you straighten through the right leg, flexing through the right toes. You're welcome to place something underneath yourself here if you feel like you can't reach the ground comfortably. You want to keep stacking your hip just above the knee instead of scooting it back behind you or bringing yourself too far forward. Really dig that right heel into the mat, stretching the right toes up towards the sky. Stay on the fingertips if that feels better. Again, something underneath you or forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale here. Bend through the right knee. Bring both hands on the other side of the right foot. Curl the left toes, pushing up and off the knee. Take a deep breath. Exhale here. I think Jack's trying to run away. stretching at the door. Keep your core engaged and then bring your arms parallel to the ground or even higher up to make it a little bit easier for you for 5, 4, lunging forward, 3, power that right leg, 2, 1, hands come down. Keep the right foot grounded and lift up through the left leg, forward fold onto the right for standing splits. You can play with your balance here. Really empower yourself through that right ankle. You can play with bringing one hand onto the ankle or the leg. Bringing yourself closer as you stretch the left toes up towards the sky. Or keeping your gaze just ahead of the right toes and going for no hands. Whichever you choose, you have 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Good, slowly stepping it back through that left toe. Hands come flat. And then down vinyasa. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Left foot rises, pointing the toes, bend through the knee, open the hip out, opposite side. Slowly releasing the pose as you bring forward through the left leg, coming down to the right knee. Pushing the hips back as you straighten through the left leg. Carving that left heel into the mat, left toes reaching up towards the sky. Slow exhale, forward fold. Take any variation here that felt good on the other side, or maybe this side is different. Not as open and you need more support. A lot more bending, you can forward fold deeper. Keep reaching the left hip back, right hip forward. And slow inhale, back up onto that left foot, lifting away from the right knee. Pushing up through that right heel and powering through that right calf. And when you're ready, lifting up off of both hands for 5, belly in tight. 4, 3, 2, 1. Step the hands down, kick up through the right leg, standing splits. Again, find your balance here. Coming off one hand, working on the stretch for the first few breaths, and maybe working on that balance wherever you find yourself today. Find a way to challenge yourself, but have fun. Keep your breath stronger than anything else. And slowly exhale, release it back, coming through that lunge, stepping the left foot back, lower down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, downward facing dog. Stepping your knees towards the ground, relaxing your toes back behind you, head lowering down. Mandatory child's pose. It's so nice to see the changes of color as the sun is coming down here. It kind of goes with the mood, keeping our breath strong and our practice even stronger. And then very slowly, naturally, everything begins to settle. Should make for an awesome, so awesome Shavasana. On your next inhale, reach it up, downward facing dog. Exhale here. Inhale the right leg up to the sky. Exhale, right knee coming forward into a plank towards the elbow. Inhale, right leg comes back and up. Exhale, right knee back towards that right elbow. One last time. Inhale, reach it through the right leg. Exhale, right knee forward. For 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly allow the right knee to come down just outside of the hip and walk the left toes back. So as you press the toes down, lift through the knees, scoot the leg back. Make sure that you feel yourself squared here, not leaning too much to the right or the left, just somewhere right in the middle. Walk your hands forward. You can come onto anything supportive here, a cushion, a bolster, or you can completely lay yourself down onto the forearms, or flat onto your forehead. Keeping that right foot flexed. Know that you can always take this pose reclined. If it doesn't feel good to you, you would be laying on your back. The right leg would be bent just the way it is right now, but the left leg would be just underneath it, allowing you to stretch by pushing the leg closer towards your chest. Slowly inhale back up into the hands. Exhale, looking over to the right. Inhale back through center. Exhale, looking to the left. Inhale back through center. Exhale, lean into that right hip and bring the left foot forward. Coming for Janu Shasana. You're going to bring the right heel into the groin and the left leg straight ahead of you. Pushing through the toes into that left inner thigh. Inhale up through the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Make sure you hinge from the hips, reaching forward through the heart. Maybe your hands reach onto your shin, maybe somewhere on your ankle or even on your foot. Wherever you find yourself today, with your hands, guide your chest a little closer towards your toes and your gaze at your really good looking toes. Elbows out, giving yourself some space to lead into the stretch. Again, leading through the heart, wherever it feels good to you. Deep breath in as you halfway lift. Exhale here. Inhale all the way up to rise. Exhale at the top. With your right hand back behind you, just a little way away from the hip, start pointing the left toes towards the ground. You're going to push through your hips using all of your core and hips to lift you up, pushing away through the left fingertips away from your body. Inhale, rise for baby wild thing. Exhale, lower down. Bring the left knee to come into the chest, right knee as well. You're going to keep the legs parallel away from the ground. Maybe hold the backs of the knees or a little bit more support back behind you. For 5, balance off the hands if you like. For 4, Navasana pose, boat pose. 2, and 1. Knees into chest, roll over the legs. Take that final vinyasa. Lower down. Inhale, rise. Exhale, down dog. We get to do the other side, guys. Inhale, the left leg up to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale, we got 2 more. Exhale, left knee. Inhale, last time. Reach towards that left elbow for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Set the left knee down. Walking back the right toes, lifting up through the knee. Pigeon pose, Pavasana on the other side. Again, square yourself here. Notice how this hip feels. Keep flexing through those left toes as you raise up through the chest and then slowly lower yourself into the stretch. Take the recline version if it just does not feel comfortable on this side. And allow yourself to melt into your mat. For some, this is a very enjoyable stretch. For others, this can be a very intense pose. Be mindful of your thoughts and of your breath. Your next inhale, stretching your chest up to rise. Exhale over to the left side. Inhale back through center. Exhale over to the right shoulder. Inhale back through center. Exhale, lead into that left hip. Swing forward through the right leg. Bringing the heel into the groin and pushing the left toes into your right inner thigh. Inhale up through the arms. Exhale, Janu Shasana on the right. Again, Flexing through the right toes, reaching the chest and heart forward, taking your gaze towards those toenails. Inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Allow your breath to guide your stretch, finding some ease. Inhale halfway. Exhale, release. Bringing the left hand back behind you, fingers facing away from you, pointing through the right toes. Reach up through the right arm. Inhale as you rise up, baby wild thing. Exhale, lower down. Coming back through our Pavasana boat pose. Both legs forward. You're on your tailbone and on your sit bones, balancing off so that you can hold yourself stable here through your core, lifted through the chest. Again, hold the backs of the knees, or for this last one, maybe go all out, stretching the legs up, arms away from you, palms facing up for 5. You got this. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hollow hold. 5. Woo. 4. Come on, we can do this. 3, 2, and 1. Releasing. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself comfortable here on my mat. Completely laying yourself down. Bring your knees up, flat on your feet, and windshield wiper the knees side to side. Stretch your fingers away so that your heels line up with just the tip of your middle finger. Toes facing forward, knees lifted up. With your hands pushing into your mat, inhale, lift up through the hips, reaching up through the chest. Keeping your gaze fixated on something up in the ceiling or sky so that you avoid moving your head side to side. You can also walk your hands and closer together to interlace fingers, tucking one shoulder and then the other. Keeping that belly in, softening through the glutes, reaching up through the chest. Knees stretching forward, feet pushing into the ground. Big breath here. Slow exhale, release the fingertips, lower down. Again, windshield wiper side to side. Taking one more supported bridge. Inhale, press it up. Exhale. Continue your breath here for 5. Taking any variation with your hands that feels good for 4. Maybe holding the outsides of the mat, pulling it apart for 2. And slowly exhale, lower down. Windshield wiper the knees side to side. Keeping your knees reaching upward, your feet flat on the ground. Feet about hip width apart, maybe a little wider. Bring the right leg up and over the left knee and allow the knees to fall over to the right side. Stretching your arms out to a T, taking your gaze over to the left. For a deeper stretch, you can even place the right hand on top of the right knee and move the left hand up higher so that the shoulder rests on the ground. It's very normal for your eyes to feel heavy here as your body knows it's time to cool down. Make sure you breathe into that left chest, left ribcage, left lung. Slowly inhale back to center, release the legs, and then bringing the left heel just up and over the right, allowing the knees to fall onto the left side. Extending the right arm over to the far right and the left hand on top of the legs or just outside into a T. Whichever feels better, take your gaze over to the right. Breathing into that right side body. Both feet come down. Bring your knees into your chest. Give yourself a tight squeeze, a yummy hug. Rolling side to side. Chin into chest if it feels good on the neck. And as you're holding yourself in, rolling forward and back. Until you swing yourself forward, extending your legs in front of you. Remove the sexiness from underneath your sit bones, pointing the toes away from you and then flexing them back. Inhale up through the arms. Exhale, extend yourself forward. Inhale, becoming a little longer. Exhale, lower down. Again, pull the elbows away, reaching the forehead closer towards the toes and your gaze towards those toenails. Inhale, reach it up halfway. Exhale here. Inhale all the way up to rise. Exhale, palms facing up, hands a little wider than the chest. Point the toes, slowly lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, and set yourself down for 1. As you keep yourself laying flat on the mat, getting yourself comfortable, taking any last movements here that may feel good for you. Maybe stretching your arms away from your shoulder sockets, pulling them away, jiggling them out, doing the same thing with your legs, extending one and then the other. Becoming comfortable just underneath, setting those shoulder blades so that you can lie flat on your mat. And then again, same thing, releasing those hips and those glutes as they rest on your mat. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Slow exhale out through the mouth. Deep inhale. Slow exhale. One last big breath, just like that. Inhale. Exhale. Allow your eyes to remain closed as you continue with any breath that feels comfortable to you at this moment. Allowing your body to slowly let go. No longer having to worry about keeping your muscles engaged, or holding you in a pose, or keeping your breath in any sort of way. Allowing your mind to drift, just like clouds passing by, feeling light Moving your head gently from left to right. As you continue awakening your body through your breath. Stretch your arms up overhead, feet close together. Pulling your fingers away from your toes, toes away from your fingers. Bring your knees into your chest and allow yourself to roll onto your right side, using your hands underneath your cheekbone as a cushion. Allowing yourself to reset here, keeping your eyes gently closed. And when you're ready, push yourself up to seated, keeping your eyes closed, coming into whatever comfortable seated position works for you. Hands resting on either side of the knees, chest lifted, spine long and straight, shoulder heads back. Breath is normal, heart is open, your mind is clear. Bring your hands close together to heart center as you bow your head down. Thank yourself for your beautiful practice, all of your hard work and focus. Be thankful to your dedication, your intention, for keeping you guided and focused throughout your practice. I thank you for allowing me to practice with you, for you allowing me to teach you. With the next breath, I invite you to close the class with a fine